recoiling of gun. Suppose here is the gun, okay, this is the trigger, these are the bullets. Mass of the each bullet is m, mass of the gun is capital M, and velocity of gun is nothing but Vg. Velocity of bullet is nothing but Vb, and the velocity of the gun is nothing but, let's try to decide. Now let us apply law of conservation of linear moment. Before impact, both are at rest. So therefore, this is the total mass which is initially at rest. After completion of ejecting the bullet, bullet having mass m into, what is the velocity here? Velocity of the bullet is Vb bar plus mass of the gun is m into velocity of the gun is nothing but Vg bar, we can write down. Upon exchanging this one, the value of Vg bar is equal to minus m by m into, you can write down as Vb bar. So in this particular case, the minus symbol indicates recoiling, going in the backward direction. That means if the bullet is coming in the forward direction, means this particular gun will try to move in a backward direction, which is called as recoiling. Now, this is the recoiling velocity of the system. Let us see application wise. Now, in the given case, what is the relative velocity? Relative speed, let us consider. Relative speed, which is a scalar quantity, remember. So, both are moving in opposite direction. Therefore, relative speed will be adding. Upon adding, what we have here? Velocity of the bullet, speed of the bullet plus speed of the gun, we have to add it. Therefore, Vb plus magnitude only we need without any direction. When you take modulus, minus sign can be eliminated. You can write down as m by m into, you can write down as Vb. Now, upon making Vb as common, 1 plus m by m into Vb we can write down. Therefore, the speed of the bullet, when relative speed is given, means you can write down as u relative by, you can write down as 1 by m plus m. So that means in the given problem, okay, examiner need not to give you velocity of the bullet. They can give you your relative speed of gun also, they can specify. The relative speed between gun and bullet is nothing but u relative they given. They asked us to find out the value of velocity of the bullet or speed of the bullet. Then substitute in the formula, we will get Vb. Similarly, upon knowing the value of Vb, substitute the Vb value in this particular formula, you can find out the value of what? Vg. So, these are the things you have to remember in the recoiling of them. Explosion of a stationary bomb. So here explosion of a stationary bomb, in this one we have the, again, two sub cases are there. Let us see one by one. In this one, case A, this is the stationary bomb. Initial bomb is m, which is stationary. Stationary means initial velocity is equal to 0. Now it is divided into two parts. First part having mass small m. What is the remaining part? M minus m is the remaining part of the system. Now, if the first part is moving with the speed of u1, second part is moving with the speed of u2 in what direction? Backward direction. Now, in the given case, let us try to apply law of conservation of linear momentum. By applying law of conservation of linear momentum, the total mass m, and which is initially at rest 0, now divided into two parts. So, therefore, m minus m moving with the speed of u2 bar and m moving with the speed of u1 bar. Therefore, the speed of u2 bar is equal to minus m by m plus m into, you can write down as u1 bar. Now, so here minus sign will come. So you can write down as m minus m. So this particular formula is similar to that of the previous case only. So here whatever we applied, the same conditions can be applicable here also. Relative speed is given means you have to substitute the, instead of small m asterisk, instead of capital M, here we write down m minus m. That's it. There's no change. So we have the same to same concept that of previous case. Here important thing is the momentums of the first object and second objects. So second point what we have to learn is nothing but which is 0 and P1 bar plus P2 bar we can write down. Means magnitude of P1 is always equal to magnitude of P2 we can write down. Linear momentums magnitudically equal but opposite in direction. Third point. As the linear momentums are equal, the de Broglie wavelength or matter wavelength is nothing but lambda is equal to, you can write down as h by mv. Already we know this formula, de Broglie wavelength. So therefore you can write down as lambda 1 is equal to, you can write down as lambda 2 because the denominator momentums are same to same in this case. And fourth one is what is the total explosion energy, they will ask. Total explosion energy is nothing but Q is equal to kinetic energy of the first particle together with the kinetic energy of the second particle we can write down. In the given problem, kinetic energy of the first particle is nothing but you can write down as P1 square by 2m1 you can write down, P2 square by 2m2 we can write down, where I'm using the formula kinetic energy K is equal to P square by 2m is the formula. P is nothing but linear momentum, m is nothing but mass of the object. This is the one of the formula for kinetic energy of object. Now, as the linear momentums are same, now what we can write down as the linear momentums are same, therefore you can write down as simply p square by, you can take 2m1 as common, then 1 plus m1 by m2 we can write down. What do you mean by m2? M2 is nothing but capital M minus m. So therefore, this entire thing is called kinetic energy of the first object. Therefore, if kinetic energy of the smallest portion is given, then K1 you have to take 1 plus small m by m minus m you have to take care. So by using this formula, one can determine the Q of the reaction. And similarly, if kinetic energy of the second object is given, how can we react? Let us see explore for the second case, fifth point. Now in the given case, suppose Q of the reaction in terms of second I need. So Q is equal to, you can write down as up to here it is same. When you make P square by 2 M2 as common, you can write down as 1 plus M2 by M1 we can write down. What do you mean by P square by 2m? Called as kinetic energy of the second object. 1 plus capital M minus small m by m we can prepare. So, depending on the problem, you have to alterate or modify this particular equation. This is the point number A for the explosion of stationary bomb. So, in this particular example, that particular system or the stationary bomb exploded into two parts. Now, let us consider the part B. So, part B of case 2. A stationary bomb explodes into three parts such that the two lighter parts having the same masses and the other mass capital M minus 2m. Okay, so these two particles are moving perpendicular to each other. That means here speed u, and this is the speed of the third segment is nothing but v in the problem. Now, according to law of conservation of linear momentum, since the bomb is initially rested, so 0 is equal to, you can write down as P1 bar plus P2 bar plus P3 bar we can write down. Now, upon considering P3 bar minus of, we can write down as P1 bar plus P2 bar. When you take magnitude, magnitude means what we write down here? Magnitude means mass of the object into the speed of the object is v is equal to, since these two momentums are perpendicular to each other, therefore the resultant will be under root of p1 square plus, you can add on as p2 square. This is the magnitude of the momentums, because since momentum is a vector quantity, therefore vectorial addition, two segments perpendicular means theta is equal to 90 degrees here. That comes parallelogram line using here. So therefore you can write down as m minus 2m into v is equal to, this since momentums are same here in the given problem, therefore you can write down as root 2 into mu we can write down, or otherwise the speed of the third particle is given by v is equal to root 2 into m by m minus 2m into u. So this is the speed of the third particle, what we can conclude in the given case, right? Or when you try to prepare in the form of vector, this is so simple. Actually, these are the two momentums. This is P1 and as well as P2. And this is the resultant. What is the resultant here? P12 is the resultant of these two vectors. So the third momentum should be opposite to the P12. That means this is the value of P3 bar, let us take. So P3 bar is opposite to the resultant of P1 and P2. So that is a thing what we can represent in the form of a vectorial diagram. Anyways, let us come to the next case. Explosion of a stationary nucleus. Generally, such a case, alpha particle means what symbol will be He24, you can write down. Daughter nucleus contains Z minus 2 and A minus was a symbol for the daughter nucleus. In this case, since the nucleus initially at rest, therefore initial momentum is 0. After completion of that, mass of alpha particle, velocity of alpha particle, mass of daughter nucleus, velocity of daughter nucleus. As velocity, therefore, represented with bars. Now I need a recoiling velocity Vd bar. So Vd bar is equal, you can write down as minus of m alpha by md into, you can write down as v alpha, we can write down as mass proportional to the number of nucleons inside the nucleus. Number of nucleons in the alpha particle is 4, and here number of nucleons inside there is nothing but a minus 4 we can write down into v alpha we can write down. So this is the velocity of the daughter nucleus what we can write. Now the same to same formulas in the previous step, these are applicable here. What is the explosion energy? They can ask. Explosion energy Q is equal to, you can write down as kinetic energy of the alpha particle into 1 plus mass of alpha particle by mass of daughter nucleus. We can write down K alpha into 1 plus mass of alpha particle is nothing but 4. Mass of daughter nucleus is nothing but A minus 4. We can write down. Therefore, upon taking LCM, okay, you can write down as A by A minus 4, we can write down. Or, in other terms, the Q of the reaction in terms of daughter nucleus is given by Kd is equal to 1 plus Md by M alpha, you can write down. Therefore, Kd into 1 plus A minus 4 by 4, we can write down. Or Kd into A by 4, we can write down. So, depending on the problem, we have to use this particular formula, and they will try to move in opposite direction with the same momentum. So that means the linear momentum of alpha particle magnitudically equal to the daughter nucleus. Both linear momentums are same. Therefore, lambda 1 is to lambda 2 is equal to, can write down as 1 is to 1 in the given problem. So different type of problems are there connected with the same concept of law of conservation of linear momentum. Now, let us consider explosion of a oblique projectile. Wow, one of the important case here for the examination. Suppose if you consider coordinate axis like this, because this is the projectile what we are imagining here. Now if it is projected with the speed of like this, speed of u at an angle theta degrees, then at the highest point, so upon reaching at this particular place, it divided into two parts, the first part and as well as second part. Okay, like this it is dividing m1 and as well as m2. Then the first important step is here, before the explosion happens, the entire mass m contains initial velocity in the forward direction. Therefore, you can write down as u cos theta into I direction. You can write down as I cap. After explosion, M1 contains U1 bar, M2 contains U2 bar. So this is the way to apply law of conservation of linear momentum. Now in the given case, if you consider carefully, one by one, let us see application. Suppose if the second object retraces the path. What do you mean by retraces? Retraces means it having the same u cos theta, then only it will retrace the path. That means you can write down as mu cos theta of I cap m1 u1 bar plus m2 of u cos theta of minus I cap. This is very important because this project retraces the path. In such a case, u1 bar is equal to this minus term comes here. You can write down as m plus m2. In the both terms, you can write down as u cos theta a common whole divided by the mass m1 will be remains and acts in the direction of positive. That means in the given case, the entire mass would like to, or the entire mass initial before explosion moves in the forward direction, and upon explosion, when the second body retraces the path, the first object will try to move with the velocity of this is the thing in the forward direction. Third one, suppose m2 abnormally becomes 0. That means the shell will become rest and remaining part only moving. In such a case, what we can consider this m2 velocity entirely 0. Therefore, this portion can be prepared as 0. As a result, you can write down as u1 is equal to u1 bar is equal to this m1 comes here. Therefore, m by m1 of u cos theta into I cap we can write down. This is the third case we can consider. Now, suppose after completion of explosion, if these two particles flies off perpendicular to each other, then in such a case, magnitudes of linear momentums are equal. In what direction they are going, we don't know, but perpendicularly they are going simply. In such a case, you can write down as mu cos theta is equal to root of m1 square u1 square plus m2 square u2 square. You can implement like this. Okay. Now, very important step we are dealing, dear kids. Suppose if the projectile, upon going to the maximum height, explodes into n number of segments. Two segments with different cases we covered here. N segments it is explode. In such a case, you can write down as mu cos theta I cap. Then P1 bar plus P2 bar plus dash 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 Pn bar we have to take. Depending on the problem and intensity, we can share this particular question. And let us consider explosion of a vertically projected object. When you consider their bomb, okay, which is projected in the vertically far upward direction from the ground with initial speed of u. Upon traveling to some other time, okay, here just before explosion, the velocity of object is v is equal to u minus gt. Here now the object is divided into two parts, m1 and as well as m2. Under such a case, we can consider that what the total mass of object m before explosion is nothing but v, still it is going in the forward direction. This is the initial momentum. After explosion, m1 u1 bar plus m2 u2 bar are nothing but the velocity linear momentums after explosion. Let's find out what is the best way. M into u minus gt of j is equal to m1 u1 bar plus m2. Suppose the second object u2, okay, here u2, it is coming in the downward direction with a velocity of u2. You can write down as u2 bar with a minus j. So this entire thing comes in this direction. As a result, you can write down as I'm just writing directly. Here I need only u1 bar. Therefore, u1 bar is equal to this minus n comes here plus. That means m of u minus gt plus m2 u2 whole into j divided by constant value is nothing but mass m we have to take care. So here j cap unit vector. So this is the velocity with which object can be moved in the forward direction. Now let us see the last case, motion of object on the inclined plane. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel for further updates. Jai Hind.